Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and today I have my July How to Kill a Kit with Style Kill a Kit video. Now I will say I'm going to share the projects first, but if you guys didn't watch the kit share, I essentially put all of my Christmas stuff together into one kit. So at the end of this video I'll go through some of the things I really put a dent in, but I'm not going to go through all the Christmas stuff I own because that'd be a lot. So I'm just going to go over the things that I did use up, show you guys my scraps, you know, that sort of stuff. I did work on 2 mini albums this month, and I'll go over those after the 12x12s. And then I also have some projects in here that did not use Christmas papers, which I'll also share at the end, in case you guys are interested in just seeing what I made in a month. So we did a lot of good things this month. I had a challenge for myself to make one Christmas layout a week and then one non-Christmas layout a week, but all using Christmas supplies if possible. This was the first one I did, which was non-Christmas. And let me tell you, this one was so fun. This reminds me of like Miranda Weber style. You know, those girls really love layers, and I always admire their styles, but I never seem to, you know, go for that look. But I ended up doing that on this layout, and I really enjoyed it. You guys loved this one too, which was a great one to start off with. And I'll have the playlist linked down below so you guys can check out all the layouts from this month's kit. And again, all Christmas papers back here, which if you look at the back, much more Christmassy, red stripe there, but Christmas paper, Christmas layers under here. This is a Christmas tag, this Christmas tab. These were Christmas stars. And then this one also had the non-Christmas on there, so like these leather stickers weren't Christmas, but I need some more pinks in there. This wasn't Christmas. The doilies are non-holiday. This was a Christmas tag, non-Christmas. This was Christmas. Non-Christmas. So really mixing and matching, but using the Christmas items as the base and really working them in helped out put a dent into my stash a lot. This was a Spiegelmom Scraps layout, again non-Christmas with Christmas supplies. So this is a Christmas background paper, Christmas tags, Christmas frames, chipboard, a lot of Christmas on this one. But this is definitely patriotic. However, this is Canada, so odd that I did the red, white, and blue for Canadian, but this is when we went to Gananoque. Where is that? On Lake Ontario. So really fun day. Did some beautiful sequins. I'll have this one linked down below as well, so you guys can watch that process video. And these all have process videos, which is nice. And in case you guys didn't know, this month started on episode I of Summer of Stories, and if you haven't heard of Summer of Stories yet, essentially every process video I'll upload on my personal channel associates with a letter. So this is letter I, International Trip. And over on my blog, you can get a free download every single time I upload an episode of Summer of Stories with a bunch of ideas for that letter. So I could have been international, it could have been ice cream, it could have been ice, all sorts of things. Those are the only things I can come up with off the top of my head. But I have lists of over 100 ideas where you guys can check those out. So this one was one of my favorites of the month, by the way. So then episode J was for Joy, and I went to Christmas, and I also participated in the Heather's Crafty Christmas in July Hop. So I used this brand new Pink Fresh Studio background paper mixed with this basil red and green stripe. This is when I got a surprise camera for Christmas last year, which was really exciting, but this was also a really fun layout. And I know I have a lot of requests to do a go-to design series on my channel. I'm thinking about it. I've had a lot of requests to do it. I think that'll be our fall sort of focus. Summer was storytelling based on alphabets, and then I think fall will be about basics. So like design and all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in that sort of idea, let me know in the comments down below if you have any suggestions for what we should do for the next 3 months after August. So September, October, and November. Let me know in the comments down below. This layout was also really fun. I used a ton of die cuts from Cheeky Studio on this non-Christmas layout, and this is called Kitty Loves. This is my little kitty. This is Lily, and I paired this with some flair and some resin flowers, and it just came together really quickly due to the fact that it's mostly just die cut confetti on the background. This was another Spiegelmom Scraps layout. As you can tell, I spent a lot of time gluing all these sequins on. I think sequins can add so much to a layout. It's just one of those things that adds such a unique texture. Even when it's under a page protector, it just adds so much to the layout. And these papers are Christmas. This is all essentially Christmas except the font itself is from a different collection, and these aren't Christmas sequins, but besides that, all of this is Christmas. Oh, this washi tape I believe is Thanksgiving, but Christmas associated almost. But this layout was really fun. I'll have a link down below. Then we moved on to letter L for Summer of Stories. Also one of my favorite layouts from this month. You guys really, really loved this one, and I think it was because of how bold it was. I don't do a ton of layouts like this, I'd say, but lately I've been getting into more bold layouts. So this one was for Legendary Cookies, about me making cookies, our Christmas cookie recipe, and these are Wild Whisper papers. You guys can check out that video for more details about the layering and stuff. And my patrons over on Patreon actually got real-time process videos of a lot of the layouts you're seeing today. So if you're interested in that, head over to Patreon, check it out. If you're interested in joining, come and join us. Lots of fun happening. Another Speak Mom Scraps layout. Now this didn't use any Christmas product as far as I remember. And there's cat hairs on everything today. Sorry about that. But this was a sort of 4th of July inspired page. I did it after the 4th, but this was the first time I got to vote in person, which was 2018. And then this year I'll be voting in a new state, which should be fun, and we shall see how that goes. Next up is my wonderful friends with Multi-Photo Monday. This is a 3-photo layout, which again, I usually do multi-photo layouts. I think this particular month was an exemplary of that. Most of mine only had 3 or 1 photo on each layout, but that's okay. But this one again, Christmas papers, Christmas. None of this is Christmas, but working in those Christmas items is really fun challenge for me personally, and I loved this triangle background paper, and I knew I wanted to use it for outdoor photos. And then I ended up using this like stitch pattern as well, and then the vertical stripe, which helped. And then I started using some Scrappy Happy Studio epoxy flare that I finally found. I ordered them way before I moved, probably back at International Scrapbooking Day, and I finally unpacked them so I could use them. I'll have that link down below. And then the last 12 by 12 of the month was this beauty here. Oh my god, I love this layout. I knew I wanted to use these pictures. I didn't know if I'd be able to work them into Summer of Stories or not. Definitely could have worked for P because we were in a park, S for sunset, but I definitely wanted to use these blues with it. And these are all chipboard frames from a Christmas collection by Pink Fresh Studio. The tags, the chipboard, or the tabs rather, are Christmas. I did work in a lot of non-Christmas, these butterflies. This word blessed is actually just chili bean soup. And I even did some splatters. That's right, I did 2 layouts with splatters this month, which is crazy to think about because it has been so long since I've done that. And then just 3 sunset photos. So this was for episode O, Open Sky, and I love these photos, especially with the craft paper. I think it just looks so pretty. But those were all the 12 by 12s. Let me know which one of those was your favorite down below, but we have tons more to go through. So I'll do one last flip through here. So let's see, 6, 7, so 9 12 by 12 layouts, if I counted correctly, which is really good, honestly. I do 2 episodes a week plus my design team work, so that usually equates to a similar number every month. But I also did a ton of videos in my books here, my mini albums. So you might be wondering, why do I have 2 2016 albums? If you have not been following along, I did this album for me, and then this album is going to be a gift. It's not finished yet. I do plan on finishing it up here in August because July I was gone for a business trip and all this other stuff, but I still managed to get a ton done. But once that's finished, I'll probably have the flip through share probably in December once we're back into the Christmas mood. So I really didn't have much to finish in this album. This was a little insert I made of me, and then another one over here with a bigger photo. And then this was episode M. So I hopped around between 6 by 8 and 12 by 12. Really loved adding the buttons on these pages. That's something I haven't worked with in a while, and I had these Christmas buttons, so I definitely wanted to use them. And then this was the final page. There's no process video for this one, but this is just like the last page in the album. It's our Christmas tree, and then some final like wrap up here. And then on this back page, I'm going to type out my journaling about this Christmas, and then that'll be done. I do have some Christmas journaling to fill in, but besides that, I only did those last, I don't know, 4 pages. and then this layout will be, or this album will be complete. I have a ton of process videos about this album when I started it back in 2017, but it is finally done, minus the last bits of journaling there. But I'm super excited to have this done, and it can go on a shelf and someone can finally look at it because it is complete. Now, I started this 8x8 chipboard album again because I wanted to keep working on Christmas stuff and then also use up all my extra photos, and I figured I'd make one for my brother and sister-in-law to have because they spend Christmas with us. So this was 2016 again, and I used up a lot of things. So this was episode N, about cookie making, really fun. This was one I just did yesterday, no process video. But I'm using some Wild Whisper papers up. This is episode P for presents. And again, really loved this page. I think 8x8 is something that I don't often think about working with, but it's really fun when I do work with it. And then this one was episode Q that just went up. And I do have a couple more pages. I just don't have them in the rings right now to make it easier to flip through. But I really enjoyed this page as well with the little die cut scene and then the silver dots that match the silver glitter stars. So those were all the pages. So I made a ton of mini pages. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets here and then 3 sets there. Now besides those, I also did make some cards this month. I did already mail one out. So Sarah and I have a card making series and you guys can watch that. It's called Card Making for Scrapbookers, where we focus on using supplies scrapbookers have. So like, you know, not necessarily using the stamps and the inks that a lot of card makers have. So we did cut aparts this week, or this month rather. And I cut apart this little guy, and then this was a 3x4 cutout, and these were really fun to do. And this one's sequin heaven over here. Sequin ice cream cones, which is really fun. And I did have a third one, which you can see in that process video, but I already mailed that one out. So that is it. So I made 3 cards. I believe that's all I made this month. A bunch of small 6x8 and 8x8 pages, which I've been really enjoying. And if you guys enjoy watching those, please let me know. I always want to know what you guys want to see. A lot of you say just to do whatever because you get inspiration from whatever I do, but I'd love to know if you like 6x8s or the chipboard albums. I know a lot of people don't share chipboard albums on the internet and process videos that I've seen so far. But I know there's some people who do 6x8, but I have a couple 6x8 albums that I want to work on / start. So if you want to see more 6x8, let me know. And also don't forget to let me know which of these layouts you enjoyed. But now I'm going to clean off my desk and show you guys what Christmas items I've used. So obviously you guys already knew that I had a ton of Christmas supplies, but I am happy to report that I did use a bunch of things that I've had and never have touched. So I'm really happy for the progress that I'm making through it. I did kill one item, and that was this Ellie Studios 'Tis the Season journaling pack. So these were 4x6 and 3x4 cards. Used those up finally. Really excited about that. But other than that, I used these stickers for the first few times. So I put a big dent in the front. I believe I used these stickers for the first time. I used 6 or 7 of those. I think one just got lost, but this is the first time I've used those. I really tried to finish these. I think I could finish these off in some Christmas cards, which I might just throw out and make really quickly before I put all my Christmas stuff away. I used some die cuts from all of these packs. Again, I think I'm going to use Christmas cards with these Echo Park tags. Some say we wish you a Merry Christmas and joy. So I think these would be easy to make into cards and finish off because I've had these for a really long time. And the same goes for all the Echo Park chipboard that I own. So I made some big headway in all of these. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there's only 23 pieces left when each of these had over 25 to start. This one had 42. Each of these had over 30 to start with, so that's kind of crazy. So I think I want to finish these off just on cards, because who doesn't always need more Christmas cards? And like I said, I did use die cuts from all of these. These still have plenty more to go, so I think I'm going to continue using these in the 8x8s, but I want to make sure that these, I don't buy any more Christmas ephemera. I really don't need it. I think the only one, these two are the most recent I added. This one was from a grab box, so I didn't know I was getting it, and then this one I picked up at Tuesday morning last year, I believe, because this is 2018 brand. Which one was this? This one's 2016, but and then I used a couple of the Wild Whisper ones when I got the chance. So I'm definitely going to keep using those. This was a new item in my stash. Now this isn't fully Christmas, but they had Christmas trees, swirls and all that, so there's snowman left. But this was the first time I'd used them, so I'm glad I've gotten quite a few missing now. Here are all my paper scraps from this event. Now some of these are actually put back with their fellow pattern papers, but you can see here I have these flimsy papers. Now when I shared my kit, I showed you guys these like 12 by 12 loose sheets of paper, My Mind's Eye, Pink Fresh Studio, Fancy Pants and all that, but I forgot to show you this. I forgot I had this mammoth of a paper pad. Now I bought this when I was in middle school, seemed like a great idea at the time, but it's 180 pieces. And that's because it is the computer paper weight. Now this is really great for cards, so you can do a lot of paper layers. And it's also really great for covering chipboard album pages because it doesn't add too much weight, and if you sand down the edges, the papers will stay nicely in place. So I've been using this for that album a ton because I don't like using these as background papers for my normal 12 by 12 layouts. But I practically forgot to show you this. It's in a different section of my room than my normal Christmas stuff is stored. So I almost forgot to show you this because it's embarrassing that I have this much extra Christmas paper. So as of right now, I'm not allowed to buy Christmas paper, at least 12 by 12. I could manage a 6 by 6 paper pad, no problem. I'm not allowed to buy Christmas die cuts. I would allow myself to do Christmas stickers. I still have a ton. Like I said, I'm not showing you everything I own today. This was something I hadn't touched, and I used 2 of them. Nope, 3 of them. See, 6 more to go. Again, this could be easy to use on Christmas cards. I think I should use it on Christmas cards. I got to use some of my new foam stars. So these were purchased, I believe, during New Year's. So I got to use some of these foam glitter stars, which were fun. I did use both of my main Christmas washi tapes. So these, again, are from Echo Park. Candy cane stripe, and then a beautiful, I don't even know what you call this, holly berries. I got to use my buttons. So these are from the Fancy Pants Wish Season collection. Got to use those. And there's a ton of other stuff on the floor. Another thing I got to use were these. I can't remember which page I used them on. And why there's an X missing. Oh, I use these on my Canada page. That's correct. Well, I spelled the word explore in case you're wondering. I was like really trying to figure it out, so you guys might be too. I got to use these Christmas letters once. This was on a non-Christmas page as well as these ones were. But I used them, so that's all that counts. That's all that matters, is that we're using them. It doesn't matter what they're for. It doesn't matter why, just as long as we're using them. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching me work with Christmas supplies, especially those that weren't on Christmas layouts. Definitely a fun challenge. Try it out for yourself if you haven't already. And I know a lot of people don't scrapbook Christmas in non-Christmas times because it's hard. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching me use some of these products, and hopefully you have some of these same products in your stash so you can get inspiration from the videos. But I'll have all the videos linked down below so you guys can watch the playlist of the layouts that I made this month. And then I'll also have everyone else linked down below who's doing their Kill a Kit for July, and I can't wait to share with you guys what's coming up in August. Really fun kit. You guys got to vote over on the YouTube community tab for what you'd like to see, and I also had my patrons over on Patreon vote a little bit more about what they'd like to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Kill a Kit video. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite projects were and what you worked on this month, and I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!